Hey guys, tonight we'll take a slow walk through Victorian London. The lamps are glowing softly, the streets are wet with gentle rain, and the fog rests lightly on your eyelashes. Together, we'll wander through quiet alleys, pause at doorways, and finish inside a calm room where the warmth of a fire will meet you. You'll begin in the street, where cool mist and dim gaslight guide your steps. Then you'll arrive at a doorway, pausing to feel the welcome waiting inside. Finally, you'll rest in the stillness of a sitting room, safe and steady. So, as we move slowly through this night, let the rhythm carry you. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments what time it is, where you are, and from where you're watching. And as the lamps guide us deeper, you'll find each step leading further into calm. You notice your breath moving slowly in the cool air. Inhale, gentle and steady. Exhale, soft and even. The sound of your breath joins the quiet rhythm of the street, like another lantern glowing in the fog. In Victorian nights, people often walked at this same pace, calm and measured, guided by faint light and the sound of their own steps. Your shoulders loosen as you move, the weight of the day softens. Each step feels predictable, simple, easy. This is how the city asks you to walk, slowly, evenly, without rush. You don't need to be anywhere but here, in this quiet part of the night. The rhythm of stone under your shoes keeps time. One step, then another. The pattern repeats, steady as the rain that touches the rooftops. Predictable, familiar, calm. You let it guide you forward, and with each step, your body follows the same gentle order. Soon, you'll reach the first chapter of this night, the fog and its soft embrace. But for now, you breathe once more, inhale, exhale, and let your mind settle into the even pace of the walk. Chapter 1. Fog on the lashes. The night begins with mist. It lingers low, wrapping around your coat and resting gently on your eyelashes. Each blink feels slower, softer, as the damp air touches your face. Gaslight glows faintly ahead, blurred through the fog. In Victorian London, this haze was constant, a mix of rain and smoke from chimneys. Tonight, you walk into it calmly, letting the mist guide your pace. You pause by a lamppost. The iron is cool beneath your hand, slick with condensation. A faint hiss rises from the gas lamp above, steady and predictable. Men once carried long poles to light these lamps each evening, walking the same paths as you now. Their work left behind this quiet glow. You stand here for a moment, breathing slowly, comforted by the steady flame. Your steps press against cobblestones, damp and shining under the lamps. The stones are uneven, but familiar, worn by centuries of feet and wheels. In the distance, a horse's hoof strikes once, then fades away. Tonight, the road is yours alone. You walk with no hurry, the rhythm of your steps as even as your breathing. A draught drifts between the houses, brushing cool air across your cheeks. The smell of coal follows it, faint but clear. Every house burns a small fire, sending smoke into the night. For Victorians, this scent was part of life. Smoke, rain, and damp cloth. For you, it is simply another layer of calm, a reminder that the city is alive, even in silence. Your hand slides across a brick wall, the surface rough under your fingers. The wall holds traces of the day's warmth, still faint beneath the chill. Rows of such walls line the streets, each one steady, unchanging. Touching them grounds you, reminding you of the strength of this place. You let go slowly, continuing your quiet walk. A lantern flickers in the fog, flame moving like a small heartbeat. The light spreads in a halo, soft around the edges. In this age, lamps were never too bright. They left plenty of room for shadow, for rest, for quiet. You stop, watch the flame steady itself, and then move on, carrying that calm glow with you. The sound of your coat brushing softly at your sides fills the air. Textiles in Victorian nights were heavy. Wool, cotton, leather. Clothes kept out the damp, but they also carried the scent of rain and coal. You imagine the feel of those layers now, thick on your shoulders, steady against the fog. You breathe slower, held by their weight. Ahead, the street narrows between two tall houses. Their walls lean close, catching the fog like a net. Light spills faintly from one upper window, a soft square in the mist. Inside, a family may sit by fire, but you remain outside, content with your walk. The glow above is enough to guide your way. Your breath makes small clouds in the night. Inhale, a soft puff. Exhale, another drifting shape. Victorians knew this same rhythm, their winter breaths visible with every word. Tonight, you share that pace, letting each breath remind you how steady time can feel when slowed. A faint drip echoes from a roof, water sliding down a gutter to the stones below. Rain always lingered in these streets, feeding the constant damp. You listen to its rhythm, even and slow, falling into the pattern of drops. Each sound is predictable, soothing, guiding you gently forward. The fog thickens again, blurring edges until the street feels smaller, closer. Gaslight swells into soft circles, and every step feels wrapped in quiet. Victorians often called this London particular, a fog thick with smoke and rain. To you, it is a blanket of stillness, and you walk calmly within it. The road bends gently, leading toward a row of doors. Shutters are drawn, but faint light slips around the edges. Soon, you will reach a doorway, the next step of this night. But not yet. For now, you remain here, in the street, walking with the fog as your companion. Chapter 2. Calling cards and doors. You arrive at the first doorway. The wood is dark and polished, smooth from countless hands. A brass knocker rests at the center, cool under your touch. In Victorian evenings, such knockers carried weight, announcing visits or cards left by neighbors. Tonight, you only pause, feeling the cold brass for a moment before letting your hand fall gently. The paint along the frame has softened with age. Layers show through where rain and time have worn it thin. Each coat tells of seasons past, of care taken and care delayed. You trace the lines with your eyes, watching how shadow hides in the cracks. The frame feels steady, part of a home that has seen many nights like this. A coarse mat lies beneath your shoes, woven from stiff fibers. It scratches faintly as you shift your weight. In these streets, such mats were common, brushing away mud and soot. Yours carries only the mist of tonight. You wipe your feet softly, more ritual than need, a gesture of readiness before stepping inside. A faint glow seeps from beneath the door. It is warm, golden, steady. The smell of coal drifts with it, touched by the hint of bread. Inside, a family rests, fire glowing, lamps flickering. You do not rush. You stand in the glow spilling out, letting it brush lightly across your face. Your hand finds the doorknob. It is round, smooth, and cool to the touch. You turn it gently, hearing the slow creak of metal against wood. In these homes, every hinge carried sound. Families marked time by such creaks, each one a note in the music of their nights. Tonight, you listen without hurry, comforted by the sound. The door eases open. A wash of warmer air flows out, carrying the scent of smoke and tea. The change is soft but certain. Cold rests at your back, warmth waits ahead. You linger in the threshold, feeling both worlds at once. Then, slowly, you step inside. The hall greets you with dark wood. A staircase rises beside you, its railing polished by many hands. You brush it lightly with your fingertips. The surface is smooth, almost oily from years of touch. For Victorians, wood carried both beauty and function. For you, it is grounding, steady, something to hold as you breathe. The wallpaper climbs the narrow wall, its pattern repeats in muted tones. Flowers in soft, faded lines, gaslight flickers across it, shadows shifting the design. Victorians filled even small spaces with detail, patterns against the damp air. You let your eyes follow the rhythm until it fades into the next shadow. By the wall, boots rest neatly in a pair. They are cracked, worn, and still damp from the street. Their owner has already moved further inside, settled in warmth. You look at them quietly, small markers of a life lived here. Tonight, you pass them without sound, carrying only your calm steps with you. A faint ticking reaches your ears. A small clock sits on a table by the wall. Its hands move slowly, the sound soft and predictable. In these homes, clocks were companions, marking the steady flow of hours. You let the sound blend with your breath. Inhale, exhale, tick, tock. Your steps follow the hall toward a glow at the far end. The air grows warmer, touched by smoke and faint perfume. Rooms like this were built narrow, guiding guests toward their center. You walk with ease, letting the glow grow larger as you approach. The door ahead is ajar. Through it, a soft light spills, golden and calm. Beyond waits the sitting room, a place of fire, tea, and quiet voices. This will be the next part of your night. For now, you pause in the hall, listening to the gentle sound of the fire ahead. Chapter 3. The Sitting Room. Glow. You step into the sitting room. The first thing you notice is the glow of the fire. It paints the walls in gentle orange, flickering steadily. The hearth is made of dark stone, worn smooth from years of warmth. Victorians gathered here at the end of each day, letting fire soften the edges of the night. You pause, letting the glow rest on your face. The air is warmer now. It carries the layered scent of coal smoke, faint ash, and polished wood. You breathe in slowly and the smell feels grounding. In homes of this era, the fire was more than heat. It was the heart of the house. You stand near it, calm, steady, allowing it to draw you closer. Your hand reaches toward the mantel. Its surface is cool stone, though faintly warm near the center. Small objects rest upon it. A framed sketch, a porcelain figure, a candlestick. Victorian homes often displayed such tokens, proof of care and comfort. You look at them gently, knowing they were placed with intention. The chairs around the fire are upholstered in heavy fabric. You brush your hand against one. The texture is coarse, yet softened by years of use. Families sat here in layers of wool and cotton, resting after long days. You lower yourself slowly, the cushion giving way, holding you in calm stillness. Beside the chair, a small table holds a teacup. The porcelain is delicate, its rim thin. Steam no longer rises from it, but the faint smell of black tea lingers. Victorians drank tea at all hours, using it as comfort against damp nights. You imagine its warmth, the way it would spread softly through your chest. A clock rests on the mantel, taller, with a wooden frame. Its tick is deeper, slower than the hallway clock. Each sound lands like a soft heartbeat in the room. Time here feels even, not rushed. You let its rhythm blend with your own breathing, steady and unbroken. Your gaze lifts to the wallpaper. Patterns of flowers stretch upward, catching the firelight. Shadows shift across them, making the walls appear alive. Victorians loved such repeating designs, filling spaces with texture that felt secure. You follow the pattern quietly until it blurs into calm. On the floor, a rug spreads before the hearth. Its surface is thick, woven with muted reds and browns. You place your feet on it, feeling the contrast between fabric and stone. In these rooms, rugs held warmth, keeping the damp away. Tonight, it holds you in comfort, grounding each step. You notice a faint sound of pages turning. A book rests half open on a nearby chair. Reading by firelight was a nightly habit, even as shadows flickered across the text. You imagine the soft murmur of words, a voice low, steady, almost like your own thoughts. The sound fades into the quiet of the room. The fire cracks once, a small pop as coal shifts. The sound is soft, contained, soothing. In this space, every small noise feels gentle, never sharp. You sit with it, letting the sound remind you of the fire's steady life. The glow deepens, filling the room with warmth. Your hand brushes the arm of the chair, wood polished smooth. Generations before you touched the same surface, leaving it bright and worn. Victorian rooms were filled with such signs of use, not damage, but memory. You let your fingers rest there, sharing in that quiet lineage. The sitting room holds you in its calm. The fire glows, the rug steadies, the clock ticks. Beyond, you know other rooms wait, carrying their own warmth. Soon, you'll walk further inside, toward the kitchen and its gentle scents. For now, you rest here, held in the glow of the hearth. Chapter 4. The kitchen. Warmth. You step quietly from the sitting room into the kitchen. The air changes. It carries the soft scent of bread and faint smoke. The warmth here is different, not just from fire, but from use, from work. In Victorian homes, kitchens were the heart of daily life. Tonight, it greets you with calm and familiarity. The floor is stone, cool and firm beneath your shoes. Each step echoes gently, steady but not harsh. You walk slowly, feeling the weight of the stones underfoot. These floors lasted for generations, worn by countless steps. Now, your steps join them, unhurried and even. Your hand grazes a wooden table at the center of the room. Its surface is scarred with years of use, marked by knives, pots, and plates. Yet it feels solid, grounding, like an anchor in the space. Families gathered here not only to cook, but to talk, to rest. You let your hand linger, feeling its strength. A kettle rests by the fire, its surface darkened from years of heat. The faint smell of tea, leaves, still lingers in the air. Victorians boiled water often, both for safety and for comfort. You imagine the sound of its whistle, soft and steady, filling the room with warmth. On a shelf, jars line the wall. Inside are dried herbs, tea leaves, and simple grains. The glass reflects the firelight faintly, glowing in small points. In homes of this time, such jars meant preparation, security against long nights. You notice their order, their quiet presence, steady and reassuring. A loaf of bread rests on a wooden board, its crust hard, its scent faintly sweet. Bread was the center of many meals, baked daily when possible. You lean closer, breathing in the smell. It is simple, grounding, familiar, the kind of comfort that filled homes with calm. The fire in the stove glows red behind its iron door. You place a hand against the metal, feeling faint heat seeping through. Coal burns steady here, slower than wood. In these kitchens, the fire was tended constantly, keeping warmth alive. You pause, grateful for its even glow. Copper pots hang above the table, catching glimmers of light. Their surfaces shine in spots, dulled in others. Each one has been used countless times, carrying the memory of meals before. You let your eyes rest on them, their shapes steady and calm in the dim light. The smell of soap lingers near a basin, faint but clean. Linen cloths hang nearby, damp from use. Washing was part of every evening, scrubbing tools, cleaning hands. You picture the steady rhythm of the task, slow and predictable, water sloshing softly in the quiet room. Your steps move to the corner, where a small window shows the faint outline of the street outside. The glass is fogged, damp with condensation. Light from a distant lamp glows through, soft and blurred. It connects you back to the night, while still keeping you safe inside. A chair rests by the table, worn smooth at the seat. You lower yourself into it, feeling the weight leave your body. Kitchens were places of labor, but also of rest. You imagine families sitting here in silence, sharing warmth without words. Tonight, you sit the same way, quietly, evenly. The kitchen holds its own kind of calm. The smell of bread, the glow of coal, the touch of wood. You remain here for a moment, steady in its warmth. Beyond, another room waits. The dining space where light and food brought families together. Soon, you will walk there, slowly and gently. Chapter 5, Dining Room. Evenings, you step from the kitchen into the dining room. The air feels slightly cooler, touched by the draft from tall windows. A long table stretches before you, its surface polished to a soft shine. Chairs line each side, waiting quietly. In Victorian nights, meals gathered families here. Tonight, the room holds only calm silence. Your hand brushes across the table's edge. The wood is smooth, worn gently by years of use. Families placed their hands here too, resting between bites, steadying themselves through conversation. You pause, feeling its quiet history beneath your palm. A lamp glows above the table, its glass shade softening the light. The glow spreads evenly, touching the corners of the room. Shadows fall gentle and predictable, creating a calm rhythm of brightness and dark. Victorians valued this steady light, a comfort in long evenings. On the table rests a set of plates, faintly chipped at the edges. Their porcelain surface reflects the lamp's glow. You picture meals served here, bread, meat, simple stews, shared slowly across hours. Tonight, the plates are empty, but they carry the memory of warmth. Your eyes catch the silverware beside the plates. Forks and knives gleam faintly, their handles engraved with small patterns. In this time, polished utensils showed care, even in modest homes. You let your gaze rest on their shine, steady and calming in the quiet. The chairs creak gently as you run your hand along their backs. Upholstered seats soften the touch, though the wood feels solid and strong. Families sat in these chairs night after night, the sounds of eating and speaking filling the air. Tonight, they are still, holding only your calm steps. The fireplace in the corner glows softly. Its flame is smaller than in the sitting room, but steady. You notice how the warmth lingers more faintly here, reaching across the room in gentle waves. Families once gathered closer during winter, leaning near the fire as they ate. On a sideboard rests a teapot and cups, arranged neatly. Steam no longer rises, but the faint smell of leaves remains. Tea after meals was ritual, closing the evening with quiet comfort. You imagine the soft sound of pouring, liquid filling cups, voices lowering as the night deepened. A framed painting hangs above the mantel. Its colors are muted in the low light, but the image is steady, a calm landscape chosen to bring stillness indoors. Victorians often filled dining rooms with such art, gentle scenes to balance the harshness of outside. You pause, letting your eyes rest there. The window beside the table is fogged, condensation beading on the glass. Beyond, a lamp glows faintly in the street, blurred through the damp. Inside, the table reflects the softer glow. It feels like two worlds, the cool night outside and the warm, steady quiet within. The room carries a faint echo when you move. Wooden chairs, polished floors, tall walls all give shape to the sound. It is not sharp, only soft, like a voice whispering back. You listen for a moment, then let the stillness return. You stand once more by the table, the glow of the lamp above steady on your shoulders. The dining room has held you gently. Soon you'll move further, toward the staircase, where shadows and soft carpets guide your steps upward. For now, you linger here, steady and calm. Chapter 6. The staircase and the hall. Above you leave the dining room and return to the hall. The staircase rises ahead, its railing smooth and dark. A soft glow from the lower lamps touches each step. Victorians built staircases narrow, guiding you gently upward. You place your hand on the wood, steady, ready to climb. Your first step creaks softly. The sound is not harsh, only a reminder of the wood's long life. Countless feet have pressed here before, day after day, year after year. Tonight, yours join them, moving slowly, evenly, as the stairs lead you higher. Each step holds its own sound, a faint groan, a small sigh. Together, they create a rhythm, like a lullaby in wood. You climb at the same pace as your breath. Inhale for one step, exhale for the next. The staircase carries you calmly upward. Halfway up, you pause. A framed picture hangs along the wall. Soft lines of a portrait, dim in the light. Victorians often decorated their stairs with family memories, reminders of presence. You look at it gently, letting the image guide you further on. The air grows warmer as you climb. Heat from the fires below rises here, settling under the ceiling. You feel it along your hands, your face, your breath. In these houses, warmth gathered near the upper rooms, wrapping sleepers in steady comfort. Your foot meets the top landing. The carpet here is softer, muffling each step. Its fibers carry the weight of years, yet still hold quiet. You move gently across it, noticing how the sound has changed from the stone and wood below. The hall above is narrow, lined with doors on each side. Gaslight flickers from a single lamp, its glow reflecting against the wallpaper. Patterns repeat steadily, flowers and leaves arranged in calm rhythm. The design leads your eyes forward, simple and predictable. One door stands slightly ajar. From within comes the faint glow of a lamp. You move closer, your hand brushing the wood of the frame. Doors like these guarded the most private rooms, filled with rest and quiet. Tonight, you approach slowly, as though guided by the glow itself. Your hand touches the knob, cool against your palm. You turn it gently, the latch clicking softly. Even this sound feels part of the rhythm of the house, another familiar note in its nightly song. The door opens, slowly and calmly. Inside waits a bedroom, its light dim and steady. The air is warmer, touched by faint perfume and coal smoke. You stand at the threshold, letting your eyes adjust. In Victorian homes, bedrooms were sanctuaries, places of rest after long days. Tonight, this one opens quietly to you. You step inside, the carpet soft beneath your feet. The room greets you with stillness, walls close and comforting. A bed rests against the far wall, its frame of dark wood, its covers heavy and folded. The sight is simple, familiar, grounding. You pause at the edge of the room. Behind you, the hall remains, quiet and steady. Ahead, the bedroom waits, ready to hold the next moments of calm. You take a slow breath, knowing this will be the heart of the night. Soon, you'll move closer to the bed. Chapter 7. The Bed and Its Quiet Weight. You move closer to the bed. Its frame is carved from dark wood, heavy and steady. The posts rise tall, supporting fabric that drapes softly around. In Victorian homes, beds were built as anchors of the room. You pause here, letting its presence settle gently in your view. Your hand brushes the blanket folded at the edge. The fabric is thick, woven from wool, faintly rough beneath your fingertips. Its weight promises warmth, the kind that eases slowly into your body. You imagine it drawn over you, heavy and secure. The pillow rests wide at the head of the bed. Its linen is cool, smooth, and faintly scented from washing. In homes of this era, linens were aired often, kept fresh against the damp. You picture laying your head here, the cool surface easing your thoughts. Curtains hang around the bed, their folds deep and soft. They shield against drafts, keeping the sleeper wrapped in quiet air. Your hand brushes the fabric. It sways faintly, brushing back against you. Victorians valued this sense of enclosure, a cocoon against the night. You lower yourself slowly onto the mattress. It gives slightly, filled with layers of stuffing. The surface is firm, yet it supports you evenly. In this time, mattresses were heavy, turned season by season. Tonight, this one feels ready to hold you without question. The sound of the fire downstairs reaches faintly through the floorboards. A soft hum, steady and predictable. In many houses, warmth drifted upward this way, never loud, always present. You lie still, letting the sound blend with your breath. A small table rests beside the bed. On it, a lamp glows faintly, the flame enclosed in glass. Shadows play across the wood, flickering with a calm rhythm. Beside it rests a book, its cover simple, its pages slightly curled from use. Both wait quietly in the dim. You reach to turn a page of the book. The paper is thick, slightly rough beneath your fingertips. Words line the page, soft under the glow. Victorians often read before sleep, letting the slow rhythm of language close their day. You imagine the sound of one page, then another, until silence follows. The lamp's glow shifts slightly, its flame bending in the air. Curtains catch a hint of the light, warming their folds with faint orange. Even in stillness, the room carries movement, subtle and soft. You watch for a moment, then let your eyes return to the bed. Your hand rests once more on the blanket. The wool is cool now, but you know it would warm quickly. Beds of this time were layered. Sheets, quilts, coverlets, each one adding weight, each one adding calm. You let the thought settle on you like fabric itself. The room is steady. The carpet soft, the curtains enclosing, the bed waiting. You feel the pull of rest here, the quiet rhythm of a night ready to hold you. Every sound beyond these walls fades, leaving only the even calm inside. You remain at the edge of the bed, still awake, still watching. Soon, you'll lie down fully, letting the layers fold over you. For now, you breathe slowly, surrounded by fabric, firelight, and calm. The bed has welcomed you, and the night deepens around it. Chapter 8. Quiet Objects and Soft Fabrics. You rise slowly from the bed and glance around the room. Shadows rest gently across the walls, and objects wait quietly in their places. In Victorian nights, bedrooms carried not only furniture, but small tokens of daily life. Tonight, each detail feels calm, softened by the glow of the lamp. A wardrobe stands tall in the corner. Its wood is dark and heavy, the surface faintly polished. You place your hand against it, feeling the cool texture under your palm. Inside hang layers of clothing, coats, dresses, trousers, thick with the weight of fabric. You let your hand rest, steady and still. You open the wardrobe door gently. Hinges creak softly, a predictable sound. Wool and cotton rest inside, their faint scent drifting outward, clean linen mixed with coal smoke. In this time, fabrics held the memory of each day. Tonight, they hold only stillness waiting in the dark. Your fingertips brush a coat sleeve. The fabric is coarse, heavy against your skin. Clothes like these kept out damp air, guarding against chill streets. You pause, feeling its weight, then let the fabric fall back into place. The wardrobe sighs quietly as you close it. Beside the wardrobe, a small dressing table stands. Its surface holds a brush, a comb, and a mirror dim in the lamplight. You sit for a moment, running a fingertip along the brush's wooden handle. These simple objects carried ritual, quiet tasks before rest. Tonight, they rest with you. The mirror reflects a faint glow, softened by the haze of dust on glass. You look into it gently, not searching for detail, only light. In Victorian homes, mirrors were placed to catch and spread firelight, stretching warmth further across a room. You let the reflection calm your gaze. A folded shawl lies at the edge of the table. You lift it carefully, feeling the fabric against your hands. It is woven with fine threads, soft yet carrying the scent of the night. Victorians draped such shawls for warmth indoors. Wrapping themselves in layers, you place it back slowly, steady as breath. By the window stands a chair with a blanket folded over its back. You touch the wool, slightly rough but secure. Blankets were constant companions, moved from chair to bed as needed. Tonight, it feels ready to wrap around your shoulders, though you only let your hand rest there. You glance at the curtains by the window. Their fabric is heavier, designed to keep out drafts. They hang still, their folds deep and dark. Victorian rooms often relied on such barriers against cold. You notice their steady line, their patience in holding the night outside. On the floor, a small rug softens the step before the bed. You press your foot against it, feeling the difference from the harder carpet beneath. In rooms like this, small details brought comfort, small layers that made nights easier. You pause, grounded by the simple touch. The air carries faint perfume, likely from soap or oil stored nearby. It lingers lightly, mixing with the warmth of coal. Such scents were subtle but constant, part of the fabric of every night. You breathe it in slowly, letting it fill the stillness of the room. You stand once more at the center of the room. Around you, objects rest: wardrobe, table, chair, rug. Each detail feels steady, each one simple. Soon, you will move closer to rest again, this time with the full weight of blankets. For now, you remain, noticing how calm each item has become. Chapter 9. The Nightly Rituals. You move slowly toward the small table beside the bed. A pitcher and basin rest there, ready for washing. Victorians often ended their evenings with simple cleansing, keeping routines even in the dim glow of gaslight. You touch the porcelain basin, cool and smooth beneath your hand. Beside the basin lies a folded cloth. Its fibers are rougher than modern fabric, yet soft with use. You lift it gently, feeling the weight in your palm. Such cloths carried the scent of soap, faint and clean. You place it back slowly, steady as breath. A brush rests nearby. Its handle is polished wood, warm from many hands. Bristles stand neat, ready to smooth hair before bed. You imagine the calm rhythm of strokes, one after another, each one slower than the last. A simple action, but steadying, grounding. The lamp flickers softly, its flame bending slightly as you pass. You lower its wick with care, dimming the light. In Victorian nights, lamps were adjusted instead of extinguished, leaving a low glow for safety. You watch as the room grows gentler, shadows deepening around the bed. The fire's warmth from downstairs has grown faint. Only traces reach you now, steady but weaker. This was the rhythm of nights in these homes. Warmth strongest below, lighter above. You notice it as part of the room's calm, a signal of night deepening. You slip your shoes off, leaving them neatly by the chair. Their weight is gone, replaced by the softness of carpet beneath your feet. Victorians place shoes with care, ready for use the next morning. You leave yours there too, simple and orderly. You pull a shawl lightly across your shoulders. Its fabric is cool at first, then warmer as it settles. Victorians wrap themselves in layers to guard against drafts. Tonight, it feels like another gesture of calm, holding you gently as you move. The window is closed, curtains drawn. Outside, the fog has thickened, softening the glow of the street lamps. Inside, the room is shielded, still and calm. You glance once, then return to the space around you, content to remain enclosed. The faint sound of the house settles into silence. Floors no longer creak, voices no longer stir. Families in these streets rested together, homes quiet but alive with breathing. You listen now, hearing only the even rhythm of your own breath. The blanket on the bed waits for you. You place a hand upon it, feeling its heaviness. Beds in this time were layered, each cover adding to the sense of enclosure. You lift the edge slightly, letting its weight fall back again, soft and steady. The lamp beside you glows faintly, its light now low and calm. Shadows stretch longer, filling the corners with quiet. You let the glow mark the end of your small rituals, a signal that the day has folded into night. You stand still at the edge of the bed, wrapped in the quiet rhythm of the room. Each step of your ritual has slowed you, prepared you. Soon, you will lie down, letting the night hold you fully. For now, you pause, balanced between waking and rest. Chapter 10. Rest beneath the covers. You sit gently on the edge of the bed. The mattress shifts slightly beneath your weight, steady and even. Your hands rest on the blanket, its fabric cool at first touch. The room is quiet now, shadows deep, light low. You pause here, letting the calm settle. You ease your body onto the bed, stretching slowly across the mattress. The linen beneath you is smooth, faintly cool, carrying the scent of fresh air. Victorians often aired their sheets during the day, letting them breathe before night. Tonight, it greets you with stillness. The pillow cradles your head, firm yet soft. Linen brushes against your cheek, familiar and grounding. You shift once, then rest, the fabric shaping gently to you. It feels steady, ready to hold you for the hours ahead. You draw the blanket over yourself. Its weight settles across your body, heavy but comforting. Layer after layer folds against you, sheet, quilt, coverlet, each one adding warmth, each one adding calm. You sink slightly deeper, enclosed in steady fabric. The curtains around the bed enclose you further. Their folds block the draft, softening the air. In homes of this age, curtains were not only decoration, but protection. You feel their presence around you, holding the night gently at a distance. The lamp's glow is faint now, barely reaching your side. Its flame flickers once, then steadies. Shadows deepen, stretching softly across the curtains. This dimness is not absence, it is comfort, a softening of the world. You rest in its quiet. The sound of the clock reaches you from the hall. Tick, tock. Each beat is slow, even, predictable. You breathe in time with it, letting the rhythm guide your chest, your shoulders, your thoughts. The clock keeps time, but here it feels like a lullaby. Your breath deepen. Inhale, soft and full. Exhale, long and steady. The blanket rises and falls gently with you. In Victorian nights, this same rhythm filled every home, families breathing together, the sound of rest. Tonight, your breath joins that same calm pattern. The fire below crackles faintly, just audible through the floor. Its sound is distant but reassuring, a quiet pulse that carries upward. Even in its fading, it offers steadiness. You let the faint hum join the rhythm of your rest. Your body grows heavier beneath the covers. Shoulders sink, arms rest, legs ease into stillness. The bed holds your weight evenly, without demand. This is what it was meant for, to carry you through the long hours of night. The room is complete now. Shadows, fabrics, warmth, and silence gather around you. Nothing asks for effort, nothing asks for thought. The night only holds, steady and safe. You rest within it, a guest of its calm. You close your eyes. The blanket covers you, the pillow cradles you, the air remains still. Beyond the curtains, the fog deepens in the streets. But here, inside, there is only softness. You let yourself drift, carried by the rhythm of the house, into quiet sleep. A night's end in Victorian. Calm, you remain beneath the covers, steady and enclosed. The blanket holds you, the pillow supports you, and the air around you has grown still. The night has unfolded step by step, each room, each moment guiding you here, into rest. The sounds of the house are faint now. A clock ticks softly. The fire below has quieted, and the city outside lies wrapped in fog. You are safe within these walls, wrapped in fabrics and silence. Every detail has slowed, every movement has softened, until only calm remains. Victorian nights were long, filled with quiet routines, steady fires, and layers of warmth. Tonight, you've walked through them slowly, gently, without rush. You've touched wood, stone, cloth, and flame. You've breathed the rhythm of this house until it became your own. Now, you let it fade into sleep. There is nothing left to see, nothing left to do. The house holds you. The night holds you. You rest within it, steady and safe. If you'd like to stay in this night, the next walk waits for you in Victorian nights. Each step, each glow, each breath will be here, ready to carry you further into calm.